Okay, so obviously we're taking a look at something. Obviously, this is the last time I'll ever talk about sexual things on this channel because I'm getting to the point where I'm just like I don't feel like talking about it anymore. Um, Instead, I'm just gonna make videos like I should. I mean, I have other video ideas in mind, and I think we're just gonna, you know, I'm still gonna continue doing the videos I do. Just we're not, you know, I don't think we're gonna do a ton of gameplay videos anymore because I think I think this channel is just kind of more towards like being more or less of it and more just videos that I make personally. Like if I want to make tier lists, this is the channel that you should watch. But I still will do those gaming videos. It's just I don't know. So yeah, I mean not everybody's gonna like it, and I will be making a video discussing myself and talk about my own feelings because I think it's time.
This episode of Sexplanations is sponsored by AdamandEve.com. They made it
More like two of the most. I'm gonna reference two people. This is they obviously not good place to get your sex toys. Absolutely, definitely for sure. Oh, actually it is, but they play way too much of their sex toys. I'm pretty sure Adam's just getting, strapped onto in the ass, and then Eve's just enjoying herself, flicking the bean probably, and just not getting pleasured well. That's all I want to say. I mean, they're both like basically interesting people, but they probably didn't have like back when I think that the humanity just first started. There was no strap on, so I guess they would just they had to like figure a way how to fuck themselves.
possible for me to talk about sexuality and autism. My name is Lindsay Doe. I'm a clinical sexologist and doctor of human sexuality. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm also not an expert on autism or neurodiversity.
Not everybody is, especially some people are. But once you get to know an autistic person, then you'll understand who they really are and what their traits are and all that shit. But it's also important to have, I'm gonna say this, an autistic friend. That's one of the most important things to have, is someone very special, and make sure that they're cared about and everything else.
I am not autistic, but I am an educator, and I've worked hard with people who are autistic to make this one episode about sex and autism, which could actually be a whole channel. Almost 2% of the population has autism.
Yep, definitely for sure. I mean, like, it's been on the rise for years, man. Just many children will have autism. I swear it's gonna have. It's been going for years. And like I said, I mean, autism is important to know about, but so is the other word next to it. Although we've already learned too much about it. I've basically taken sex ed so many fucking times. At this point, I'm just like, because everybody's gonna think, oh yeah, he's obsessed with sex. No, not really.
A neurological condition.
If you say I was, I'd probably just like. The thing is, I'm trying to be more of myself now, so, like, my true, like, not my true, like, definitely my true self, though, but, like, yeah.
Characterized by atypical communication, social...
I may say the words I love sex, but sex comes with a price. Well, not really. Sex comes with risks and shit, which I already know, anyways, so. And it's also worth the reward as well.
Interactions and behaviors, such as preferring to play alone, difficulty interpreting others'
playing alone. I know what we're talking about.
feelings, difficulty navigating.
Yes, I don't understand some people's feelings. Like, if they're pretending to love me, I get that. Like, if they really do, they have to admit it, man. So, it's difficult to tell who's feeling who. Yeah, to be honest. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna say this, but...
Social...
Yes, Yes, I have a hard time with that shit too. Shut
situations,
up.
difficulty making
Yeah.
eye contact, sensitivity to loud noises, and
Not always sensitivity to loud noises and bright lights, although it depends on me.
bright lights, sometimes referred to as sensory assaults, repetitive or
That
stereotyped
sounds terrible.
speech and or movements
I
like
have that.
echolalia, which is repeating words or short phrases, and toe walking. Autism
I don't do that regularly. No, not really.
is also marked by focused attention on specific or circumscribed interests, attachment to routines to the point of inflexibility, and touch aversion, rejecting hugs, handshakes, cuddling, etc.
Yeah, I was like that when I was younger. Although it depends on what I am now, because if I'm okay with it, I'm okay with it.
Characteristics may be unnoticeable or present to varying degrees. That's the spectrum. They may also seem challenging for sex and relationships.
Yes, it is. It's fucking complicated. You have no fucking idea. I don't know either. I'm not, like the thing is, I'm not, I've never been in a relationship in my life, and it fucking sucks. But at the same time, there's positive sides with that, because, like I said, at least I don't lose. And obviously, I can't
Comfort in
lose.
social situations and with making eye contact, not wanting to be touched, right? Autistics do identify as asexual and lacking in sexual interest.
Not necessarily true. Not all autistic people are asexual. There's been times where I just say that, and then I'm like, really? Asexual. Autistic people can be bisexual, transgender, pansexual, bisexual, heterosexual, although there's not a lot of them. But I know we have to talk about sexuality. I get it. And I understand.
More than the general population, but many of them still want sexual activity and or relationships, and they need sexuality and social sexual education to learn how to pleasure and protect themselves. Let's see what I can do. How Lindsay helps the autism community get laid. Imagine your health teacher unrolls a condom over a banana and explains, this is what actually doesn't make sense about the scenario is why anyone would represent an erect
I'm sorry if I said shut up, but dude, I already fucking know.
penis with a banana. Why is it socially unacceptable to demonstrate genital health protocol on the genitals? How are we supposed people who don't have autism? Then it's going to be difficult for people with autism to understand and engage. Amy Gravano, an autism sexuality advocate and autistic woman, speaks about the need for comprehensive sex education for autistic people. She says when it comes to sex education, autistic individuals are often left out of the conversation. Being disabled is messy, confusing, and sometimes painful, but so is sex, and we need the knowledge and tools to make the same choices as our neurotypical peers. To deny autistic people the opportunity to embrace our sexuality is to deny us a part of the human experience. If we, allistic people, shift a little to be more inclusive, accepting, and compassionate, then autistics experience masturbation, vaginal sex.
Great words from a woman that has spoke about how we're just out of the picture and we should be part of the picture. And, well, I mean, not picture, I mean conversation. And that's important. Autistic people, even though we talk about social anxiety, we have basically yes, we have that. And I've experienced it.
Anal, oral.
Yes, I've experienced sexual anxiety once, and that was probably 2 years ago. I don't know if I want to deal with it. I don't know if it happened again. I think I know what's wrong.
Use of pornography, public displays of affections, fantasy, and kinks equally. And as research shows, they actually assert and fulfill their gender and sexual orientations more. Children with autism are 7 times more likely to be gender variant than neurotypical kids. 1/3 of autistics identify as non-binary.
That is true, actually. I am not. I'm definitely non-binary, but I'm just a man. Okay.
70% of the general population identifies as heterosexual.
Yeah. And then the other 70% is basically not.
Whereas 70% of the autistic population doesn't. 70% are ace, bi, pan, homo, not hetero. One hypothesis
That's
for
what
this
I was talking about. Literally, like,
a higher likelihood of direct communication. Taking things literally is a characteristic of autism, and that can include stating one's preferences, making requests, and following instructions. Another hypothesis is that social constructs like taboos and shame are less influential at blocking the sexual expression and pleasure for some people with autism. Just like the confusion around putting a condom on a banana, why would you make someone feel bad for their attractions or their desires? Yeah, don't! Another explanation of sexual success for people with autism is that their brains afford them more black and white thinking, so they're more likely to stop unbeneficial experiences or relationships. You don't like the blowjob, it ends. It's not a good romantic match, say goodbye. This is not the case for everyone, of course.
say goodbye! Capiche?
We are taught don't hurt someone's feelings, but choosing to have less experience by waiting or being more selective with partners may mean better experiences. What are sex and relationship challenges? There's still an expectation for autistic people to act more neurotypical if they want sex and relationships like everyone else. Suppressing autistic traits like this is called masking. It can work temporarily, but it's also exhausting. Take, for example, eye contact, which is used by neurotypicals to known control, arbitrary, swaying, hair twirling, chewing, biting, humming, spinning, and touching one's genitals. There's a long list of stims, few of which are socially acceptable.
Yes, we have a lot of stims, we do.
Even though the socially unacceptable stims feel soothing to the person, relieving stress from overstimulation so that their brains can function. If a person prevents themselves from stimming in order to pass as neurotypical, they're satisfying the demands of others to pass at the cost of their need to stim. It's self-defeating and tiring. There's limited energy, limited spoons left to date or fornicate. And if they do manage it, there's usually a fallout because someone was masking who they really are. Sometimes...
Yeah, I try to do that. I'm pretty sure it's like a way of pretending to be like someone else, and it just doesn't work. You can't do that.
Even scripting, using the dialogue and gestures observed in others, seen in movies, shows, or read about in stories to act in more traditional ways rather than as themselves. So all of this feels like a lose-lose situation. The same pseudoscientist and de-licensed doctor who proposed vaccines cause autism tried to solve this by prescribing chemical castration to autistic...
Once again, vaccines are not caused by autism. It's caused by genetics, environmental factors, and I think that's about it, because that's all I know. Because, you see, that's false. Autism is not caused by vaccines. I already said it. And those people that say that are from the Autistic Speaks, and I disagree with this shit. Because I'm against it. I don't think there is a fucking cure, and there never will be. Because we belong in society. And we as the people, we're just like everyone else, except we are different because of our minds. Our minds are different.
Children. The drug Luprin hadn't been clinically tested for this purpose, increased the risk of heart and bone problems, disrupted puberty, entailed bi-weekly shots into the muscle tissue, and cost $5,000 a month. Other so-called treatments include electroshock and conversion therapy. No! Let's try this instead. Amethyst, whom I've learned a lot from in my curiosity around sex and autism, suggests guerrilla stimming, just impromptu, unorganized self-care to normalize autistic movements and sounds. Autism is a variation in the brain expression, not something to fear. As allistic people, what we can do is learn more, question our own sexual scripts, like why is it sexy when a masked person leans against a locker? What is it about lip licking? These are just human behaviors that we've given meaning to. And the same can apply to stimming. Stimming doesn't have to become a social sexual signal, but it shouldn't be a turn-off either. Troubleshooting sexuality if you are autistic. If scripting is a part of your autism, find media with dialogues and plots that are consensual. Watch feminist, inclusive shows that model healthy relationships, and pay for ethical porn that models negotiation and reciprocity. If you have a difficult time interpreting tone, ask people you talk to name the tone at the end of their remark or text. I'm teasing you, or that was genuine. There's a list of tone tags for this purpose so that you can say, why aren't
Holy shit.
You in between my legs right now /NM/SX as a sexual request, giving it a non-mad sexual connotation. Consider BDSM as a community of like-minded people. With some research, you can find members who are consent-focused, adhere to rules, accommodate disabilities, and respect nonverbal communication. BDSM also specializes in sensation play that allows people to indulge in known controllable sensations or sensory deprivation if you're feeling overstimulated. You can get sexy black earplugs, black eye covers, or full mask to block out smells that might be disruptive. Sleep sacks or latex rubber vacuum beds can provide constant, consistent pressure, like a weighted blanket without the weight. As S.J. Cottrell puts it, textures can be really challenging, and there are some unusual textures during intimate encounters. Please be patient. Okay, why can I not think about kissing you while sitting on this scratchy couch? On Twitter, Polyphilia says, group sex has been more enjoyable as an autistic person than one-on-one.
Wow, holy shit! I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, am I okay with that? Absolutely. Fuck. Oh my god. Group sex is more enjoyable as an autistic person than one-on-one sex. If I feel overwhelmed and need to tap out to rest, everyone else can continue without me. It's so much less pleasure that way. Oh boy.
Overwhelmed and need to tap out to rest, everyone can continue without me. It's so much less pressure that way. An important strategy across the board is to communicate. Even if you don't do it with your mouth parts, try to express what you need and what you're afraid of. Show your limits or ask someone who knows you well to share those with others. Mikhail adds, it takes a lot of patience. There needs to be trust. But when it works, you'll have one very attentive partner. The Organization for Autism Research has an online guide for sexuality called Sex Ed for Self-Advocates. It's tailored to autism. It uses really direct language and has complimentary videos. You can also connect with others who have autism and start a sex education group together. Learn with each other that have been helpful for the nipples, any part of the body really, and it will do a light purring on that area. There's also a wave feature. I can't tell if it's sucking. Are you sucking? You're definitely purring. You overstimulate in that way. Just dangling on my clit. Triplets, shower strokers. So this one called Pussy is a vaginal opening.
Jesus. I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry. I can't laugh. I laugh so fucking bad. I have one of those.
The promo code DOE.
Oh, fuck. I shouldn't say that on YouTube. I need to get the other one, because I really need to get the other one. There's like 3 of them. So I guess I don't know what they are for, but like, fuck. Yeah, so that's about it. I think I've watched enough of this video. But before I do that, I did say, I think I'm confused with my sexuality. I am. I'm sexually confused. And I'm just unsure right now, at the moment. This is like something I'm gonna have to officially say at some point. I'm thinking about it. And it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, bye.